Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Become a Fluent English Speaker. Today's English listening podcast is about a skill that can instantly make you sound more confident, intelligent, and socially comfortable. That skill is the ability to reply quickly and naturally during conversations. Have you ever experienced a situation where someone asks you a question and you knew exactly what you wanted to say, but the words arrived too late? By the time you thought of the perfect answer, the conversation had already moved on. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people struggle with instant replies, not because they lack intelligence, but because they overthink their responses. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to reply quickly is that they tried to create perfect answers. While someone is speaking, they are already worrying about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and whether their response will sound impressive. As a result, their brain becomes overloaded. Communication is not an exam. Real conversations move quickly. People are usually not looking for perfect answers. They are looking for natural responses. The moment you stop chasing perfection, your replies become faster and more relaxed. Another reason people struggle with instant replies is translation. Many English learners first think in their native language and then translate their thoughts into English. This process slows down communication significantly. Imagine someone asks you a simple question like, "How is your day?" Instead of responding naturally, your brain starts translating, organizing, and correcting sentences. By the time you're ready, the conversation feels awkward. This is why learning to think directly in English is such an important skill. The less you translate, the faster you communicate. Now let me share something interesting. Fast replies are not always the result of fast thinking. Often, they come from familiarity. The more conversations you have, the more common situations you experience. Over time, your brain develops automatic responses. For example, if someone says, "How are you?" you do not need 30 seconds to create an answer. You already know several natural responses. The same principle applies to hundreds of other conversational situations. Repetition creates speed. One effective way to improve instant replies is by practicing reaction exercises. Choose random everyday questions and answer them immediately. Questions like, "What did you do yesterday?" "What's your favorite food?" "If you could travel anywhere, where would you go?" The goal is not to create perfect answers. The goal is to train your brain to respond without excessive hesitation. The more you practice spontaneous speaking, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful communication habit is learning simple conversation frameworks. For example, when someone asks a question, you can follow a simple structure. Answer the question, add a detail, and then continue the conversation. Imagine someone asks, "Do you like reading?" Instead of saying only yes, you could say, "Yes, I do. I enjoy reading self-improvement books because they help me learn new ideas." Notice how a slightly longer response keeps conversation flowing naturally. Confidence also plays a huge role in instant replies. Many people know what they want to say, but fear stops them from speaking immediately. They worry about making mistakes or sounding awkward. But confident communicators understand something important. Small mistakes rarely matter in real conversations. Most people are paying attention to your message, not analyzing every word you use. When you stop fearing mistakes, your communication becomes faster and more natural. Listening skills are equally important. Many people struggle with replies because they are not fully listening. Instead of focusing on the speaker, they are busy preparing their next response. Great communicators listen carefully first and respond second. When you truly understand what someone is saying, finding a response becomes much easier. Communication is a two-way process, not a performance. Another strategy is expanding your general knowledge and life experiences. The more topics you understand, the easier it becomes to contribute to conversations. Reading books, listening to podcasts, watching educational content, and staying curious about the world provide material for future discussions. Knowledge creates confidence, and confidence improves communication speed. Remember that instant replies are not about speaking fast. They are about thinking clearly and responding naturally. Some of the best communicators in the world speak calmly and deliberately. They are not rushing. They simply trust their thoughts and express them confidently. Speed without clarity is not effective communication. Clarity combined with confidence is what truly matters. So, if you want to master the art of instant replies, stop chasing perfection, reduce translation, practice spontaneous speaking, develop conversation frameworks, listen carefully, build confidence, and expose yourself to more conversations. These habits will gradually train your brain to respond more naturally and comfortably in any situation. Now, before we finish today's English listening podcast, I want you to write something in the comments. What type of conversation makes you hesitate the most? And if you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe to become a fluent English speaker for more English listening practice, communication skills training, confidence building, and self-improvement content. This is Laura, and remember, great communication is not about having the perfect answer. It is about responding with confidence and authenticity. I'll see you in the next podcast. Keep growing.